Hello everybody and welcome back to All the Mod 6 to the Sky. In this episode, we start Mekanism Reactors. Not quite though. We set up everything we need to get the reactor up and running. So, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so today we're going to work on the mechanism. I think I said last episode we're going to do bees, but we haven't gotten enough diamonds just yet. We're 1.6 million. We're almost at the point where we can make this creative centrifuge. Or not the creative, but at least the emerald one. But today we're going to be working on mechanism. So, I think I mentioned a while ago when we were doing astral sorcery that we were going to use the celestial gateways to try and travel between, well, our main base and our mechanism area, which I have prepared all the way over here. Hopefully this is far enough away so if any disaster actually happens, there'll be no repercussion over here. So, I have all the ingredients in here to make one celestial gateway and a second one here. So this should create me a celestial gateway. Yep, and now I need to make a second one. I don't have enough stardust. Oh, I thought I did. That'll do. And now let's make the second celestial gateway. Perfect. So, I need to read correctly how this works. I think I just renamed the thing in an anvil, and it will make it so I can just travel between locations. Just make sure gateways can be located in relation to our extra dimensional gateway showing higher in the sky. Holding shift and right click while facing the gateway will start to teleport. Oh wait, it's in here. And the gateway itself can be named using an anvil. So I think I have to rename it in here. So I want to call this one Mekanism. And name it like that. And this one is going to be Home. So what I think I have to do is go over here and place down Home. I've already prepared the altar. It's pretty simple. It's just a little quick 7x7 thing using rune marble and marble arches and this, what's it called? Engraved marble. There's everything you need right there. So I think I'll just put this guy right in the center. And now we have the mechanism one. I need to teleport to the mechanism area, which I have got a waystone down at the moment. So break this now. Put this down. And if I stand right here, you can see a little orange thing. And I think you hold shift. And you teleport straight to it. And now we're home. So, this thing is amazing. So, I'm going to be using this to teleport back and forth to Mekanism. Which will be so cool. There we go. Now we're on Mekanism. I do need some torches around the edge here. I haven't actually lit it up yet. So, torch and just give it a little bit of light here. The only downside of actually coming close to this thing is everything goes black. But that's a minor side effect I don't really care about. I'll put torches right here then as well. I have a ferro lantern and a mega torch to stop anything from spawning. How did I place it that side? Alright, so to get started with Mekanism, well, the first thing we want to do is actually set up this reactor. Where is it here? Fission Reactor. So we have everything to make it, we just need steel casing. So if we go to our Mekanism, we need to autocraft a good bit of steel casing. Now, I'm trying to think of what size reactor we're going to go with. I think we might go with like either a 4x7 tall. I think that might be a good one to go with. So if we come down here and look at steel casing and just say, make me 100 of these. That should be absolutely no problem. And then fission reactors is lead. I'm just going to make a couple stacks of that. We can lay out an actual size in a minute. So, with that much reactor casing, now we need to make ourselves... I want to make some reactor glass then as well. So, what are we missing? Enriched iron. Okay. Give me some iron and a stack of coal blocks. Stack and 20. Yeah, that should be about enough. Okay, so we also need to make reactor ports. We need a couple of these now because we need a couple for fluid inputs, one for fuel in, and one for waste and one for coolant out. And the coolant out is steam. Now, the thing does produce nuclear waste. And if we look up waste, it has nuclear waste right here. This nuclear waste inside of an isotopic centrifuge makes polonium. This polonium then has to go into a pressurized reaction chamber with fluoride dust to make plutonium pellets. This is a different material. Hang on. I think I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, this one makes plutonium. This is polonium and this is plutonium. We want polonium with fluoride dust. This will make spent nuclear waste, which is completely useless. So, we need to, well, find a way to just get rid of this stuff. The best way to get rid of it, I think of, is radioactive waste barrels. You fill these barrels up and they disperse 1 millibucket every couple of ticks. So it takes a long time for it to empty. But what I'm hoping is there is this ultimate trash can. This guy right here. Because this stuff will be coming out as a gas, not a liquid, we don't actually have a gas thing. We don't have anything that will delete that. I'm hoping the ultimate trash can will delete spent nuclear waste. If it does, this thing will become the best thing in the world. So we're hoping that works. Right, let's head back to our mechanism area. We should have everything we need now. And we should be able to build this reactor. I want to build a reactor right in this corner. And I'm going to have everything kind of like all the fuel and stuff being built along here to go into it. And then I'm going to have all the waste come out here and produce. And then I'm going to have the trash can there deleting all the unused stuff. Also, one other thing, I think being all the way out here causes my home base not to be chunk loaded. Because I should be getting food, or my hunger should be going up, and it's not. So I have a feeling my base is not actually chunk loaded, even though it's meant to be. Like, it's completely claimed. It should be chunk loaded, but for some reason it's not. So that's going to be slightly annoying. So let's start by building this fusion reactor. Let's say we want to have a gap of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up. So it'll actually be a 7 by 7. No, this is not 7 by 7. This is a 6 by 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up. Like that. Now, the two back ones here are actually going to be completely solid. And we're going to go up. Actually, how many do we go up? And actually, wait, we should have actually laid out the fuel rods more than anything else. I need a bunch of these basic chemical tanks now. Hopefully I can make a bunch of these. And let's make a bunch of these reactor assemblies. And then I need a control rod on top for each one that I make. So if I'm laying these out, is this going to be a decent layout? I mean, that would work. You know what? Should I keep it even? I think I should. Let's make it a little bit evener. So to do that, we just need to expand it out. Like that. Out this way. And then I think just build up. Then come out this way one. And then put these here. So now it's a perfect symmetrical shape. I didn't actually want casing here. Alright. This is actually the part I should be doing. I should be working on something else right now. Like, working on making everything to fuel this thing. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We should be able to get the actual reactor somewhat working now today. So, we need to get the reactor glass and fill up the sides here. We're going to make this thing... How tall? Let's go roughly about... This tall? Yeah, that's a decent enough size. And then you have to kind of cap the entire thing. Oh my god, that's not what I wanted to happen. Here we are. And now we build these guys up. And I knew I definitely did not have enough. A full stack should do. Oh, I didn't need to go that high. Actually, these have to come down one more because Unlike an extreme reactor or a bigger reactor, the control rod actually has to be inside the casing. So I need to put these things in here. And it looks like I'm going to need a few more. What am I missing to actually make more? I think it's probably the circuit boards. Oh no, I can make more. And is that all covered? Yep. So now all you have to do is just do this. Just cap it off. And this should be a full reactor except for the ports. So you can see it's now a full multi-block. So along the back right here, I'm going to have water input. There is a special pipe I'm going to be using, or an upgrade for the easy pipes that gives us infinite water transfer. So I'm going to put 2 of those on the back here. Actually, no, here is going to be dispersing the steam. So I'll put one of those there. I need my configurator now. So config. And I need to change this guy. This is output waste, output coolant. Leave this guy as input. And now I need a location for inputting fuel, which will be right here. And then output waste will go right here. Yes. All right, so we need ourselves a sink. And we're going to need that pipe now. So pipe with the infinity pipe upgrade. That was kind of expensive with unobtainium and compressed redstone blocks. But it was definitely worth it because I have tested the transfer rate and this thing transfers like 2 million millibuckets a second. Which is definitely going to be way more than enough for this thing to transfer or to handle. This is item pipe. I need fluid pipe. So fluid pipe, set this guy to extract, shift right click. You can see, look, it does like, what is that? Is that like, no, that's more than 2 million. That is like 21 billion or 2 billion. Yeah, that's like 2 billion. So 2 billion FE, and this thing is now, well, completely full of water and will never run out. So let's make ourselves this ultimate trash can. So trash can. I need a liquid trash can and an energy trash can to make the ultimate trash can. And now this is where I'm hoping that if we grab pressurized pipe, does this connect? It does. If that means if that connects, that should mean it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the trash can right here. And I'm going to grab myself a tank. I'm going to make myself a upgraded one of these to the max. And these hold a good bit of steam. And what I'll do is I'm going to leave this guy right here with that on it. And realistically, this pipe should pump into the first one. So I'm going to set this guy up to dumping because I don't need the steam. And if everything works, this should be perfectly fine. Now let's get to work on actually making this fuel. So to make nuclear or fission reactor fuel, so if we go to app mechanism, we need to work on, actually we should do this first. Over here, I want to set up a system for making this stuff, HDPE. This stuff is going to be needed to make the solar neutron activator, which is very important for turning nuclear waste into polonium. Nuclear waste is fission fuel. I better bookmark that because I need to set up a whole system of creating fuel. So let's start with this guy. This stuff requires a pressurized reaction chamber. So let's make all these parts. And I think that might be it. We're also probably going to need an ender chest that is blue. So if we just make ourselves, or just get one of these actually, and just get some blue dye, because we're going to need something for making, what's it called, biomass. So I'm going to start by putting an ender chest right here, putting blue on it. This uses carrots. Now I want to grab myself a logistical item pipe, and we want to put down a crusher. I need a crusher now. So grab myself a crusher. And from here, I need to run a crusher. Where's my configurator? There it is. I need to fill this crusher up with carrots to start making biofuel. And I also have to give a whole line here power then as well. So point. I'm just going to plug it in there and grab some cable. There, plenty of cable. And it's going to run like that. So from here then, we want this stuff to go out into a pressurized reaction chamber. Is correct? So biofuel go out into a pressurized reaction chamber with hydrogen and water. Okay, so that should be simple enough. I should put this guy right here, and then have the electrolytic separator right here. Where should I put it? Yes, I'll actually, yeah, perfectly. This should work right here. And what I want to do then is I want to grab some pressurized pipe. So pressurized pipe. And at the back right here, so side configuration, turn all items off. Gases, we want it to output hydrogen. So if we say the back output blue one, which is that one, we don't need oxygen. So dump excess. And then over here, we need to grab this cable and give the thing some power, and give this guy some power. That's pressurized pipe. We need cable. There we go. And now I need myself another sink. Can I make another one? I need a bucket of water. So sink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sink right here. And what's going to happen then is fluids are going to input on the right. And this guy is going to have gases or fluids input the front and the gas input on the right. Okay, so now what we want to do is run a logistical pipe from here over to here and have items input in the back. Set this guy up to auto eject. So this is good biofuel. Now I want to grab the pipe. I don't have any pipe, so pipe. Put the pipe right here, grab the configurator, and set it to suck up water. This guy will start separating the water and the hydrogen, and then it will pump the hydrogen here, and this will make substrate, which makes ethylene. This ethylene then has to go through a rotary condensator to make liquid ethylene, then into a pressurized reaction chamber with the substrate. And this oxygen, actually, that means we shouldn't actually be dumping the excess oxygen, we should be holding onto it. So what I need to do then is right here, so this guy has to pump out into another pressurized reaction chamber. We need another one of those. Pressurized reaction chamber goes right. Yeah, he should be okay going right there. Ethylene, you're going in the wrong... Actually, wait, no. Oh, crap. How do I dump this? I think I have to use the pressurized pipe and make it pull out of it. Okay, I did. Perfect. Oh, it's goddamn, it's raining. Alright, so what actually should happen instead then is this will go in here and start making liquid ethylene. The liquid ethylene will now go out into here. And oxygen needs to go in there. So, pressurized pipe. And we're going to say it comes out the top. And it comes across like this. I don't want it to connect to that hydrogen pipe. Okay, so side configuration, gases, the top would be oxygen. Which I don't want going in there, so make sure I disconnect it. Actually, I think I need to set this guy's side configuration to this. So input, output, and liquids, there is no liquids. Oh wait, no, there isn't liquid. It comes out the right, and the gases go in the left. Correct. So now I need to get the items from here into this thing. Which means I actually need to move this guy. And put the pressurized pipe there instead. Grab a logistical transport pipe right here. And have it run across to the back. And I needed to not connect here. There we go. Okay, so set the item output to the top. Auto eject on. It'll come out into here. I need to set item config to input the back. And the liquid ethylene. Oh yeah, because these things have no power at the moment. So I need to give these things to power. I can actually disconnect the pipe right here. We're not actually using this cable. Alright, and fill it all back in. Okay, it's a very complex system so far, but it's actually not that difficult once you know what you're doing. And that's actually pretty much it. We have everything we need now to make this solar neutron activator. Perfect. Just grab this. And if you wanted to make it a little bit cheaper to make, you just get yourself an enrichment chamber. And instead of using 8, you can just use, put it there. You can use 3 to make it. So let me just grab some speed upgrades and speed everything here up. Alright, so now that we have this whole HDPE plate system going, we've got 11 more sheets in here. Well, we actually don't need those right now. But good that we have them ready, so for next episode we'll be utilizing that to make the solar neutron activators. We need to make the fuel for this thing now, and we're actually starting to run out a bit of time. So, to get started, we need to use a chemical oxidizer. I'm going to set you up right there. Now, a chemical oxidizer is going to have an export on it, right there, with sulfur. So, if we grab ourselves some more sulfur, like what we already set up, this is going to be the exact same setup that we have making our 5 times ore setup. This guy is going to start making sulfur dioxide. I need some power cable and a point. So, this system is going to be very complex and compact because there's a lot going on right here. So, this guy is going to make sulfur dioxide. This sulfur dioxide has to go into a chemical infuser. So, I have to put a chemical infuser right here. So, where's my infuser? Here it is. So, infuser right there. So, you're filling up with sulfur dioxide. Now, actually, you know, I'm going to put the point right here just to make it a bit more easier to move around all the stuff. Now we need to pump in oxygen. So we need to use an electrolytic separator, and I'm going to put him right here, and I'm going to put power cables like that. I'm going to put a sink right here. So I'm going to make another sink. A bucket of water. So a sink. Right. Nope. So a sink right there. Grab myself some pipe. And I need my configurator back. So config. And I need to set up the mechanical pipe to extract water. This guy will start working. I wanted to dump the hydrogen and keep the oxygen. So items disabled, gases, swap them around. So oxygen out this way. And now we just get ourselves a pressurized pipe and hook it up there. This guy will now make sulfur trioxide. Now the sulfur trioxide has to go into another chemical infuser with water vapor. So we'll just get ourselves a rotary condensator right here, and he will fill up with water. Switch it around, he starts making water vapor. The water vapor has to be coming out the right side, or I could have it come out the front if I disable everything on this guy. So, side configuration, no items, gases, and it's going to come out the front, and fluids are going to go in the left. So, pressurized pipe, and this has to go in, wait, this has to come out, so pressurized pipe, and it's going to come across into the front of another chemical infuser that's going to be sitting right here. Yeah, I don't want to connect into that, so I'll put them right there. So, in the front, we're going to have sulfur trioxide. So, input red, and then on the back, we're going to have an input of brown. Yes. So, gases, back, input orange. And then the same thing, just grab a pressurized pipe, put it like that, and set this guy up to export water vapor on the right instead of the front. Here we go. So this guy should be making sulfuric acid now. We just need to give this thing some power. And I'll probably come back and clean up all these cables later, route them underneath just to keep it a little bit cleaner. But now we're getting sulfuric acid, which I need to have pumped out into a, what's this thing called? A concentrator? No. Yeah, a chemical dissolution chamber, and it's going to be using fluoride. So, chemical dissolution chamber right here. So you're going to be pumping out on the right. So side configuration, gases, right side, outputting sulfuric acid. And now I need to grab another creative exporter, put you on top, and grab some cable. And then run this thing the whole way across the top. Like that. Now, fluoride. So FLUO. We got 200k of it. That'll go in here. Now we are going to start making the fluorite stuff. I can't remember exactly what it's called off the top of my head right now. But we should get some now. Hydrofluoric acid. This hydrofluoric acid has to be combined inside of another chemical infuser with uranium oxide. So, chemical infuser goes right here. This is that one. And now across the back, I need to get myself an enrichment chamber. Put the enrichment chamber right there. Another exporter, like that, and then just connect it. Give the thing some power. If I can reach it. There we go. And then off of the exporter, or off the enrichment chamber, we need to put a chemical oxidizer. Okay. Now, we're going to get some uranium, so 1.3 million uranium. That'll go in here, and this will start making yellow cake uranium. The yellow cake uranium will go into the chemical oxidizer. So let me just configure the sides. So input items, the gases are going to output the front. And this guy is going to auto-eject items, and he's going to input the top, output the right. So you can see this will make uranium oxide. Now just give it some power. And then if we grab ourselves our pressurized pipe, hook it up and say we want the brown to go in the back. So no items, gases, brown in the back. There we go. So this should be making uranium hexafluoride. Now we want this gas to be outputted on the right. Then it'll go into these guys. These guys will turn it into the fuel that we need. So I'm just going to run power underneath each one now. And you know what? That's actually a long cable to run to there. It's whatever. Oh, this guy actually has no power either. So universal cable. There we go. And just get ourselves some pressurized pipe. And hook it up. That is not what I wanted. Uranium hexafluoride is not a dangerous thing to break. So, can I just break this for a second? And set this guy to not input. Actually, he's just going to run out of gas anyway. Let me move these guys forward one. There we go. So, there's actually nothing going into these things at the moment, which is kind of weird because there should be. This stuff... Oh, wait. Did I have to deconcentrate it first, maybe? Oh, that could be... I might have to deconcentrate... I can't say the word now. Rotary condensator. Yeah, all of it's going into there. Let me just double check. So, this stuff has to be uranium hexafluoride. It's pumped into one of these things. Uranium hexafluoride. Is that what we got? Uranium hexafluoride. Why aren't these things working? Oh, I know why now. Apparently they're facing the wrong way. They actually have... This is the output, where this is... Every other side is the input. This guy, just reset this so... Input every side, output the front. There we go. So this is now making fissile fuel, which does not line up with that, so that's going to be kind of annoying. Alright, so this would be the last part now, so just pressurized. This comes out as pressurized, right? This is a gas. I think so. So what we'll do is we'll just run this down across like this. I'm out of pressurized pipe now, so... Alright, a little bit more. And this should be all can outputted into here. So currently the reactor is disabled, which is exactly what we want. We don't want to turn it on just yet because we have no way to export anything. So, I think we'll call it there. I'll let this thing fill up with fuel, so we'll have plenty of fuel now for next episode. I could speed everything up, which I will do. And I might do a little bit of cleaning up, because there's like holes all over the place that do not need to be there. And if anything is slow, I will speed it up. Oh yeah, this isn't actually connected anymore, so... Pressurized pipe. Oh yeah, there it goes now. It's getting tons of it. Alright, perfect. So, I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Hope to see you on the next episode, and goodbye.